Hello everyone, welcome back. So today I was thinking to make a video about something that I actually started in a video called energy levels, and I would like to take it a little further and share a few things about how the energy the new energy and this process of healing, the growing of energy, affects everything us life experience now and from now on. It's very important to understand those things and also to take the right action. As I always emphasize, the importance of doing the work. Without the work, we talk about nothing, basically. I don't really like to talk about things that will come in the future, although I'm aware of a lot of things, because I understand those things can only come true and happen as long as the right steps are followed. I mean, do the work, follow the direction diligently, step by step, not just talk about like, right. Yes, there are certain things that have crystallized and already certain things can take shape, can happen, that's true, but there are other things, potentials that are only available, well, right now at the level of potential, but they can become real things as we actually do the work and actually grow our discernment of like how to experience life, how to do things, which, I mean, discernment has been quite lacking in this reality, I mean, at this level of energy for most people. That's actually one thing that is changing and is going to change from now on. Discernment is going to be very big from now on, and this is something that if you do not have that inside yourself, by cleaning yourself you start to cultivate that inside yourself, and by doing that you will understand, you will see life and everything that you understand as life changing around you. And I know most of you think that, I mean, think in terms of life, what you see in this reality, and in terms of transforming your life, you think, I'm going to make my life better, just whatever, I don't know, earn more money, have a bigger house, blah, blah, whatever. And those are not bad or good things. Those come from a certain awareness, also lack, and the way you understand and perceive this reality to be, and what you can do and what you can experience at a certain level of energy. There's nothing wrong with improving our lives, our life conditions, because that's where we're heading either way. It's just better solutions, more efficient, smarter solutions become available as we build this discernment in ourselves and have this clarity and live beside the junk. There's a lot of junk right now. And yes, this is still fueled by fear, by conflict, which is actually behind this, there's fear. So as we do the work and we eliminate all the noise inside ourselves, it will become less and less possible for a lot of, like, let's say, chaos or stressful things to be expressed on the outside in our life experience. So that's why it's important that everyone does this. As I'm like, okay, I'm looking at myself, I just want to see those things that are not dealt with, things that until now I didn't want to look at it because I feel scared and it's unpleasant and it's horrible, but you have to, because when you do that, you just make space for great things. Another thing you have to understand is that right now it's not about the feminine. I know that it's a big thing, it's being pushed there, just like the feminine. Yes, the feminine principle has been, well, not just suppressed but oppressed until now. Feminine element, not just principle element, throughout history, times, even today still is in certain parts of the world and certain situations. However, it's not about just that. It's about integrating both parts of the polarity, male and female, inside ourselves. And when those things work together, you have a full expression. Well, you have the whole, how should I say, the whole equipment to do life, to create life experiences from now on, from a integrated perspective, so to speak. So now it's about actually closing the gap. It's not about this or that. It's about, as I said, moving in the middle. That's the thing. And moving in the middle also, as I said, creates clarity, discernment, a lot of things. And this actually affects the nature, will affect the nature of our relationship, of our interactions, the way we define ourselves, the way we define the world, the way we define everything. And I know a lot of you ask yourselves, whenever I say it's like, there are other ways of existing. For me, it's hard to to say more than just that, because I live certain things that are beyond this realm, and that's the way I can tell you that there are other ways to exist, because the rest is abstract things. And actually, absolutely what you see here is abstract in nature. It's just you have learned to read certain patterns and certain things, and you say, this is life. And that's not it. Also, that's why there's a lot of people that are afraid of death, or in regards to the Bedouin process, you are horrible, you make people, you're like, not making, you, people might die because of you. And I'm like, wow, so that's just so responsible to think like that. Because most people understand life just what they see here, because they have this little story, what divinity, or this and that it is. And actually life is much more bigger and expanded and exists in many other ways, which, as I said, the best that I can describe is language. And language is not that I am talking to you, trying to give you a message. Is everything you will see is language. There are structures, they have ways in the way it exists, like mechanism. There's structures, language everywhere and in everything. And those things are changing and will change as we are changing and allowing for the energy to grow, to show us how to do better at life. And then you'll see that a lot of things will fall away. You will see the relationships that, or what you understand relationships now, are going to transform. Family, love, a lot of things will disappear. That's all I'm going to say right now. A lot of the drama around love, sexuality, that is going to disappear because it's stupid and it's primitive. And you'll understand. This is just a little preview. I don't want to go into the subject right now because I know it's still delicate, but eventually I will have to address it. But that's all I'm going to say, is that this will change as well. And not because this or that is evil, but you'll understand that, wow, that's stupid. That's just, why did I do that? Why did I think that I can be happy only if this person will make me happy, or whatever. So all that right now, this will disappear. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that post all this nice messages and pieces of wisdom. And right now, for most people, still these are like nice things that they aspire to. It's like, this is a nice thought, but they still are at the level of that, where like, it's a nice thought, it's a nice idea. And without doing the work, and by doing the work, you become that, you embody that, you transform yourself. Only then you can access truth, you can access, truth and aliveness. And then real change can happen in your life and inside yourself. So it's so important to actually do the work. That's why I'm always emphasizing it. And I know for most of you it's boring because there's still a lot of you at the level of the seeker. You still want, I don't know, seductive elements like, oh, aliens, this and that. And believe me, I went through those phases as well. However, two things that I had in life, I have, I was born with clarity and discernment. And because of that, I couldn't just get, I don't know, too derailed, as in I was go with the flow too much, isn't going into this direction, or be mesmerized by something. It's would be 5 minutes I will and then I would just be right, but I still didn't get what I want. Isn't I'm still looking for this, so this does not give me that answer. It doesn't give me an answer to my problem. So I'm always focused, and I'm always I'm following the line that actually pulls me further and takes me to where I need to go in my unfoldment, in my expansion of energy and consciousness. So in this sense, I've always been focused. Anyway, yes, this is what you can expect from now on, because as we do the work, we will actually live a much more expanded reality and understanding of life. As a collective, I'm not talking about a few individuals that have more light than the rest. But really, when finally there's enough people, souls out there that actually are aware of not just that live from the truth, that can finally start to create a different life, because this life is just, it's a primitive version that needs to be outgrown. Yeah, I hope this made sense. See you next time. Ciao. Openness, well, relatively, but now it seemed kind of